when we add linear expressions, it's very, very easy. So it's really much what we're doing when we add, we're really just combining like terms and like what we've been doing, combining like terms. So let's just do that. So let's just write it. So when we add, we have 7x plus 3 plus 2x minus 5. Okay. Now I could put parentheses around the two expressions like that, but with addition, adding doesn't mess around with the signs or anything, so we're all good, and we can move things around because of the commutative property and the associative property. We could put the x's together, 7x and 2x. Let's put those together, and then we can put the numbers together, 3, and then I got a minus 5. So you see how I just move things around? We can do that. 7x plus 2x is 9x plus 3 minus 5. That will give us negative 2. We can also rewrite this if we would like. 9x minus 2, just to kind of maybe look at it, looks a little bit more simplified this way. There's just one sign. Okay, when I have a plus and a negative, that changes to a minus 2. All right, easy stuff, right? Let's try another one. All right, let's throw some fractions in there. Add these two expressions and then simplify. Again, that just means combine like terms. Pause the video, try it yourself, then we'll review. All right, how did you do? Okay, it's good practice to just write it out as as an addition problem. So I'm going to write both terms. Okay, there's the first term, negative 2/5 x plus 7/8 plus, we're adding the next expression, 3/5 x plus a negative 3/8. Okay, there's kind of a double parentheses there. All right. So now let's combine like terms. Let's move the grouping symbols around now. Let's move some of the terms around. Okay. Let's put our x's together. Negative 2/5 x. Okay. Plus 3/5 x. And then in the other parentheses, we've got 7/8 plus a negative 3/8. Or in your head, you could say, well, this is like 7/8 minus 3/8. Okay, they mean the same thing. Okay, so maybe that will help when we solve it. So let's do that. Okay, so we got negative 2/5 x plus 3/5 x. Again, I'm going to move these around too. We could put the 3/5 x in the front, and then we could put the minus, because now it's a minus, it's a negative 2/5 x. So it's 3/5 x minus 2/5 x. That's easier to see. 3 minus 2. Okay, I can do 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, so I'll get 1/5 x. Remember the denominator stays the same when we add or subtract. And then same thing over here, 7/8 plus negative 3/8, or 7/8 minus 3/8 would give us 4/8, like that. Are we finished? Did you notice we can simplify 4/8? So 1/5 x we cannot simplify, but 4/8 we can divide both of these by 4. So I'm going to put it in my red pen. Divide both of these by 4. So then that would give us 1/2. So that's right. That's part of this idea of simplifying, put it in simplest possible terms. That means combine like terms, what we did here, and then simplify any fractions. Okay, let's try one more. Pause the video, see if you can do it yourself. How did you do? All right, this is a little bit more tricky, so we better definitely write this whole thing out. Negative 2 plus 1/3 times negative x minus 1. And then I'm going to add, so that's my first term. I'm going to add the next term, 2/3 times 1/2 x minus 2. All right, so what's the first thing we're going to do? We have to distribute. Okay, you can see we have two sets of distributive properties, right? We can multiply 1/3 times negative x, and then 1/3 times that 1, okay? And then same thing here, 2/3 times 1/2 x, and then 2/3 times the 2 there. So that's what I'm going to distribute that. So I have the -2 plus, okay, I have this, so this kind of 1/3, so now I have -1/3 x, right? So -1/3 x, okay, and then minus, okay, 1/3 times 1 would just be 1/3. All right, and then what do we have on this side? We're going to add 2/3 plus 1/2 times 1/2. Let's solve that. 2/3 times 1/2 will give us 2/6, which would equal 1/3. Okay, so I got plus 1/3 x minus 2/3 times 2 will be 4/3 because we do 2 times 2, which is 4, and then it's like saying 3 times, there's an imaginary 1 there, so 3 times 1 is 3. So we got all the same denominators, which is going to be very helpful. All right, let's combine like terms. All right, let's find out x's. Okay, we have -1/3 x. Okay, what will go with -1/3 x? You got it. -1/3 x and plus, so let's circle these. So we got a -1/3 x, and then I got a positive 1/3 x, so plus 1/3 x, and then I got -2. What else will go with -2? -1/3 and -4/3. So you can see I have a couple of things that I'm going to put in this next parenthesis. So let's add -2 minus 1/3 minus 4/3. All right, so let's solve it. All right, so what's -1/3 x plus 1/3 x, right? Notice there's a negative and a positive. They're of the same number, but they're opposite. So this would actually be 0x. Okay, we don't really care for the 0x, but we'll leave that there for now. Okay, let's combine like terms in here. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of fractions. Maybe we need to change -2 to a fraction with a denominator of 3, right? Let's get common denominator. So that would be actually be -6/3 because -6 divided by 3 is -2. So now we've got -6/3 minus 1/3 minus 4/3. So it's all subtraction. They're all negatives, right? Negative, negative, negative. So we add them and keep it negative. Okay, 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 4 is 11. So we'll get 11/3. Right? So this is like saying plus -11/3, but we can change that. And plus, we don't really need this. We don't need that 0x. So let's just change this -11/3. This will just equal, I'm going to write equals here, -3. 3 goes into 11 3 times with 2 left over. So actually, we solved it. We simplified it, and we got an answer, right? Just one term. All right. So sometimes you'll get that when things cancel each other out.